we go.
What's going on, IBL fans and nerds? Here with your coach of your Rhode Island Regis, and this week we're up against the rematch against SirHawker, aka Dan, coach of the Chelsealeo Team. This time around, it's pretty much to play to win. We need to win the next round, but I really noticed that we have a very sliver chance of hope because if you look at the week 8 rankings, we're number 7 right now. We climbed up from 10th. We climbed up from 10th to be number 7. We went from 8th to 10th all the way out to I think it was week 7 we were ranked 9. Now we're ranked up to rank number 7. Oh wait, you guys can see that page. There you go. Week 8 we are actually 7th, plus we have a chance to make it the playoffs. Unfortunately, I didn't notice this, that this is when the differentials really do matter. And the biggest problem is that the only team that we can snag a win off of would be the Chelsealeo Team. Unfortunately, their differentials is 13. And with only 2 weeks left, this week and next week, they will have to lose by a lot to be able for us to climb up, since we are right now in -3. Unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna be able to make playoffs, but we're gonna still try our very best to sneak in. But with the we will have to beat them, I think, in a 5-0, which is very unlikely with the team that we have right now, because there's a lot of walls that are gonna get sacked off so that we can clean up at the end. And a lot of our matches were very close, so if we somehow get the win, we will have to hope that the next person beat them in a 6 or 5-0 for us to be able to win it, or us win the or have us win week 10 with a 6-0. Again, very unlikely, but we still gotta try, right? So like, before we look at this, let's look at we faced them, I think it was week 3. No, it was week 4. It was week 4. And this is the team that we brought. We brought a Shadow Infernape. We brought Shaman, Escavalier, Latias, Regis, and SirHawker. So a lot of the stuff is gonna be a rinse and repeat, just because we we do match up very well with his team. But first, let's go over what his team is. His Z captains, the Victini, which is so hard to find a good switch in for. Hydreigon, super good mon. Cobalion, Serena. He no longer has a lantern. He has Dusclops, I believe. I think it's the Dusclops, if I remember correctly. If you want to load, that'll be fantastic. Thank you. He has the Dusclops. Yes, he does have the Dusclops. Well, alright, so like for you guys to see like his sim better. His sim's right there. He traded out the lantern for the Dusclops, so he no longer have the water absorb in his team, which is actually very well, since we are bringing the melodic like spoilers. He has the Licky, which I don't think he's gonna bring this time around. The Togekiss, which is a great fairy type, which I think rocked us the last time. So Scolipede, super hard thread. Ductrio, easily the best revenge killer in this league, which is super annoying, but we're gonna try our best to do what we can with that. Electrode, just a super fast Volt Switch mon, which can hit really hard, and the Palos one, which is going to be another big threat, which is if he brings the Palos one, he can bring the Dusclops, but without the Aviolite, or the other way around, because since there's the item clause, you only get to bring one type of item, and he has 2 things that can carry the Aviolite, so, and he can only bring either Manny or the Dusclops, so it's neither here or there. But the week that we lost, the thing that we brought in the last time, this does not get V-Create. It was U-turn. Do not ask why that was there. The V-Create was there for me to see like the base power of V-Create, as well as how it can hit. So that was all me. That was my bad. Anyways, we did bring the Suko up against them in the last time we faced them. I think it was week 4. Now week 9 we have to bring a little bit more of a better team. So I reached out once again to Token Gaming, which is number 1 in our conference, I believe. Token, I believe, is number 1 in our... Yes, he is number 1 in our conference right now with the differential of 19. There's no one stealing that from him. With a differential of 19, the only person we could have gotten we could have robbed from the spot would be the Gladiators, but they would have to lose to the Shinchaos, which I don't know how their match went. If they lost against the Shinchaos, then we can steal the spot from them. But if any of these two, the Chelsealeos or the Gladiators get 1 win, we're out of the playoffs, period. But yeah, Dusclops is gonna be a problem. I think he's gonna bring the Victini, the Hydreigon. No, sorry, I think he's gonna bring the Victini and the Cobalion again. Probably the Serena for a strong grass type that can hit our walls pretty hard. So that's 3 right there. He's gonna bring the Duck Trio, that's 4. And the last 2 are either gonna be the Togekiss or the Dusclops, or the Togekiss and the Hydreigon, just because you have some ways to get rid of Hazard, as well as the if you don't bring the Togekiss, he'll bring the Dusclops just so that he can have a free switch into a close combat, so that the Cobalion and the Hydreigon does not get hurt really bad. But what we're bringing today, again, we reached out to Token, we sent him like what we're gonna bring, and he adjusted it to better the playstyle of me and him, since we have a similar playstyle, except he's a better battler than me, clearly, and his team is just way better. But we have Latias, we have Mokoba the Latias holding the Sodu, having the Dragon Pulse Psychic recover and Calm Mind. If this looks familiar, this is pretty much near the same Latias that we brought over against Token, except the Side Kick was Side Shock, because we need to hit stuff in the defensive side, as well as we don't want to hit stuff in the defensive side this time around, just because we outspeed everything in this team, barring a Scarfer or the Duck Trio or the Scolipede after a speed boost. I think Scolipede is 118 or something like that. I think he's faster than me. Scolipede, I actually don't know how fast the Scolipede is. Yeah, that's a Scolipede is actually base 112. So we don't outspeed the Scolipede, period. Scarfer now, we don't outspeed, except if he's adamant, but I don't think he would bring adamant. If he does bring adamant, he's gonna run the protect, which then I just need to, get the hell out of there, because like my Latias does not want to take any hit from that thing. But this thing is pretty much like a late game sweeper, as long as I think it's like we can kill the Duck Trio. We can take 1 on the Shadow Claw from the Duck Trio. We take on the Togekiss pretty well after a Calm Mind. The Licky Licky can eat up any sponge any hit, but we can just like Calm Mind up and hit him with Stab. There's no longer Lantern. The Psychic and Dragon Pulse can hit the Dusclops pretty well. The Victini, after I think a +1, drops to a Dragon Pulse, even super bulky like he brought the last time. And Cobalion takes 75% from a regular a Psychic, a +1 Psychic, it drops. Even if he runs health investment, a Cobalion does not have the best special defense. Like his defense is mostly in the physical defense, so hitting him with a with a Psychic will be neutral, and still hits really hard, especially with a max EV like Latias. Hydreigon, we have to make sure that it's not Scarf. If it's not Scarf, then we can actually possibly on a one-shot it after a +1. After a +1, we can hit it with a Dragon Pulse and kill it. So Felicia is back. After I found out how good the Felicia is, it's always running Flame Orb. Do not care. Felicia does not care anymore. Felicia is here to take lives and to recover spam everybody. So Felicia's here, a mixed wall of sorts, rocking with that 148 in defense and 116 in special defense. Just because the Flame Orb does make us pretty much the same as our special defense, and a Scold and the Ice Beam does a lot to pretty much his entire team. If we get a Scold Burn on the Cobalion, even better. If the Ice Beam is there to hit the Serena and the Togekiss pretty hard. The Toxic is there for the Dusclops. We do not want to take any electro types from Electrode or the Victini, because I know that Victini gets Volt Strike. If he's the if he uses the Gigavolt Havoc, we kind of have to like scout that out to just make sure we don't die from that thing. Because the Gigavolt Havoc is gonna do a lot of damage to us, probably one shot us. But Felicia is here to just sponge any physical hit, any special hit, and do some work back. And the Toxic's there to just put everything on the timer, just because we do need to timer stall, not to timer stall him. We have to make him go as low as possible so our sweepers can just, you know, do their job. Like just, you know, put them down enough where they cannot go into Stealth Rocks. They cannot take a close combat. They cannot take a Fire Punch or a Flare Blitz. I think, yes, I put him as a Flare Blitz. I did not want Flare Blitz. I wanted Fire Punch, just because I do not like taking that residual damage. I really don't. But that's not here there. So Cocoa Krispies has no nickname because this is the sturdy one. Sturdy, the Ready Rock, I believe, is from an event only, and the only way to get that, like, it can be shiny and has to have no nickname. So he would know that we're sturdy. Unfortunately, he would know that we're sturdy if he picks up on that. So for this time around, we're not running our normal set, because we do want to take at least one any one hits from the Victini, because I know the Victini does get grass moves, and so does of course the Serena gets grass moves, but anyone else that runs a grass type move, we can take it on the special side at least a little bit better. The Rocky Helmet is there to switch into Victini. This is our primary switch to the Victini. A U-turn doesn't hit it. If I does like 10%, and the Rocky Helmet is going to on the Rocky Helmet will make it so that the Victini gets dwindled down each and every turn. I think the only way that he can recover up the Victini is by Healing Wish, or by, I think, Wish on the Togekiss. I think that they get Wish. I don't remember exactly. But he's rocking with the Stone Edge, the Hammer Arm, Explosion, and the Stealth Rock. The Explosion is there to just... My mindset is he wants to trap this thing with the Dugtrio. I lift any one hit from the Dugtrio and go for the Explosion and kill the Dugtrio, and the Dougie is gone. The Dougie is gone. That's my biggest mindset. We want the Dugtrio gone so that we can sweep, so that we don't have to worry about any revenge killers, and we don't have to worry about anything of that. So the Stone is here to hit the Togekiss, to hit the Victini pretty hard. The Hammer Arm is to hit the Cobalion, and the Explosion is there to just leave out of battle. Alright, so Suko is back, the Infernape, with the Shed Shell. I hate running this thing because I wanted to run the Rocky Z, but if we get stuck here with the Dugtrio, we lose our Infernape. So we don't want to get stuck here with the Dugtrio. So we're rocking with the Shed Shell, running max enough speed to outspeed anything but the Cobalion. We outspeed the Hydreigon like normally. I think the highest, I don't remember what's. Alright, hold up. Hydreigon is only base 98. So max speed Hydreigon does not outspeed me. Like his speed tier goes Dugtrio's Scolipede, which we're not going to outspeed either way. Cobalion and then Victini. We don't want to outspeed the Cobalion because we have some real walls for that thing, so we don't want to play around with that. Plus, a Mach Punch still does a heck ton of damage, probably like 25 to 30%. So after some of the ship damage, we can still do that. If we want special Cobalion, that's even better for us because our Felicia can still take a Volt Switch from that thing. and we can eat up any hit on the special side. If anything, my Mokuba can take a hit easily, or even I think Snorlax can take a hit too. I don't want to, but it can. Alright, so who else are talking about? Yes, the Infernape. The Mount Punch is just to clean up like anything that's like under 25 to 30%. The close combat is just for that for stab. The Flare Blitz there for stab, and it covers so much. It covers so much of his speed. The 252 in attack just to take care of everything else. Minus in special attack. 20 in defense and 12 in special defense just to like kind of spread out the rest of the stats that is not going to speed. And the Stone Edge is there for the coverage on the Victini. Does only 35 to 40%, so not the best, but actually how much does, I don't remember how much it does. Don't remember how much it does. I think it does more than that actually. I think it did more than that. Victini, Mixtini, Infernape, Suko. A Stone Edge does more than half. If you are invested in defense, it does about half. So we get to scout out what he wants to do, or if we get him like on the Switch, we can do that as well. But you know, besides of that, it's not really a big problem. So Slim Fast is here. I went with the Facade because I know we're gonna get either the burn on us or the toxic on us. I know that they're gonna try to do that. The Ipapa Berry is for the Gluttony, so we can get our health back. And this is a normal curse set with EQ and Facade. We don't hit the we do not hit the Dust Club very hard, but the Facade, if we do get either paralyzed or burn or toxic, the the Facade will still hit everything really hard no matter what, because it ignores the like the burn, and it gives us like, I think it goes to base 140 because it does double. Yeah, it goes to base 140 and a +1 plus stab. It's gonna do a whole lot of damage to everything. And then we have Top Gun again with the Short Scarf, Intimidate, Vapor Return, Close Combat, and U-Turn. This is my pivot. Does not want to take any damage, but this is just my main pivot to hit hard and get out of there. Hit hard and get out of there. That's all he wants to do. My main walls just need to be either Slim Fast, Regirock, or Felicia. And my main hitters are Top Gun, Zuko, and Mokuba. And we're gonna try our best to do what we can. If you guys enjoy, please make sure to leave a like down below. We do need to win this probably 5-0 to 4-0, and then the next week he has to lose very heavy amounts. If it's a very close game, he is guaranteed playoffs. If he wins, he is guaranteed playoffs. We are out of the race. It's all about the differentials, and it's gonna be really hard for us to see that, but it's not here or there. If you guys enjoy, make sure to leave a like down below. I am the Nerd Steve. I'm gonna get the hell out of here. Stay nerdy, stay awesome, and catch you guys tomorrow for the battle. Bye.